Today, we are going to talk about one of the most, if not the most important lesson you can teach your child. It's something that's going to shape their entire future. We're talking about building a deep, fundamental respect for their time.
Welcome to another Masterclass. Lordy here from Merchants of Wisdom.
But first, I want you to think about this for a second. What if your child's most valuable asset, the one thing that will truly define who they become, is something they're losing a little bit of every single day, and they don't even know it? That asset is time. It's not their allowance, which they can earn back. It's not a skill, which they can always learn. It's not even about opportunities, because believe me, new ones always come along. It's time, the one thing you can never, ever get back. And that's really what makes time so different from everything else in our lives, right? You can always figure out how to earn more money. You can always learn a new skill or pick up a new hobby. But time? Nope, it's a one-way street. Once a moment is gone, it is gone for good. Now, this is where a really sneaky but kind of dangerous habit starts to form, especially in childhood. It's the habit of later. I'm sure you've heard it. I'll do it later. Oh, I'll get to my homework after this one video. It seems so harmless, but it's actually the very beginning of a pattern of disrespecting the only resource they can never get back. So when you really think about it, we're looking at two totally different futures for our kids. And the path they end up on, it's often determined by this one choice. Because how you spend your time, well, that isn't just about a schedule. It is literally the blueprint for the life you're building. Let's just break down what these two paths actually look like. So on one side, you've got the child of delay. With no real guidance on time, they just drift toward whatever's easy and fun in the moment. And that builds a life of constant, low-grade pressure and last-minute stress. But then on the other side, you have the child of discipline. Now, they aren't little robots with packed schedules. They're just guided to be aware of their time. They still play, they still have fun, but they're building a habit of being intentional, which creates a future of progress and, honestly, a lot more freedom. And this brings us to a huge mindset shift. This is not about teaching your kid time management with color-coded calendars and to-do lists. It's about helping them grow something so much deeper: time respect. It has nothing to do with being busy and everything to do with being aware. So what in the world do we actually mean by time respect? Well, at its core, it's this simple understanding that every single moment is a unique opportunity that's never coming back. It's an awareness you carry inside you, not some rigid schedule you have to follow. Think of it as a core value, not just another skill to learn. Here's a really powerful way to make this whole idea real for your child. Time isn't just numbers on a clock. You can teach them that time is like a container for everything that matters. It holds their energy, it holds their focus, it holds their opportunities. And when you get right down to it, you're teaching them that time is their life. Okay, so how do we actually build this awareness without nagging them or giving another lecture? It all starts with a super simple shift in how you talk to them. We can call it the awareness question. Most of us, at the end of the day, we ask our kids something like this: "So, what you do today?" It's a perfectly fine question, but we can do so much better. Instead of that, try asking this: "How did you use your time today?" Do you feel that difference? What did you do is just about listing activities. But how did you use your time? Well, that's about intention. It's about value. It gets them thinking in a completely different way instantly. And you can take this even deeper. Try making it a little daily reflection. Ask about one moment where they felt their time was used really well, and maybe one moment where it was just kind of lost. Now, the key here is absolutely zero judgment. This isn't a quiz or a lecture. It's just a practice in building their own awareness. So awareness is the first step for sure. But discipline? That's a muscle. And just like any muscle, you've got to build it with a small, consistent daily practice. Just one intentional moment every single day. That's it. Here is a super simple 3-step routine you can start tonight. First, as a family, just pick one important but pretty small activity. Maybe it's 15 minutes of reading or practicing piano. Second, give it a specific time, not just sometime this afternoon, but at 4:30 p.m. And third, this is the most important part, when 4:30 rolls around, you just show up and do the thing. That's the whole practice. Now, I know this might seem incredibly small, almost too small to matter. But over time, this consistent act of just showing up when you said you would, it builds a really powerful identity. Your child starts to see themselves as someone who honors their commitments, someone who respects their own word and their own time. Just think about this for a second. A child who learns this early on is going to live differently. They won't be perpetually rushed or stressed out. They'll just be intentional. They'll grow up understanding that they are the ones in control of their time, and because of that, they're in control of their life. What an incredible gift to give them. So, I'll just leave you with this final thought. A person who respects time, well, they respect their own future. Teaching this isn't about creating some kind of high-achieving machine. It's about empowering your child to build a life full of purpose, one intentional moment at a time. So what future are you helping them build today?